this just so you're awesome. Thank you. Welcome everybody that may be watching this on recording and those of you that are live. My name is Sean Foy. I am so honored and privileged to work with our Lacers team in helping you to stay fit, to move more and sit less. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be talking today, guys, about a subject that is probably one of my personal favorites. It's about really connecting with your deeper purpose in life. And believe it or not, when we find our deeper purpose in life, it dramatically dramatic. So we're gonna talk about how purpose can impact not only our health and our well-being, but also our fitness, which is going to be a lot of fun. Got some workouts for you that we're going to go through together. I'm going to show you some new stuff that I hope you enjoy. One thing, guys, if you can, I'd love to have you grab a water bottle. If you have something close to you, that's great. If you don't worry about it. You don't need it. You can do all the moves without the water bottle, but I do want to show you some moves that you can do with a water bottle today. If you have a light dumbbell, a light weight, that can also be used. So whatever you have, you could even, if you wanted to, you could use your phone. It doesn't really matter. But if you have a water bottle close by, that would be ideal. Okay. So let's jump in. Crystal, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Unless there's anything that you may want to share, Crystal or Betty or Dawn, anybody else?
No, not at this time. I can do it at the end.
Okay, great. Well, while we're just about getting started, let's do this, guys. I'd love to have you share one win, something that you're very proud of. If you look back over the last 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, we'd love to hear from you in chat. What's one thing that you're really proud of yourself for when it comes to your health and your fitness? It could be, I started walking more recently. It could be that I'm changing my nutrition. It could be that I'm starting to do my regular workouts on a regular basis. It could be anything. It could be that I'm sleeping better. That could be a big win. It could be my stress. I'm really working on managing my stress level. What's the one thing that you'd love to share with us? And as they're coming in, I'll have Catherine or Crystal or anybody else that want to read those for us. That'd be awesome.
Well, I know I've been getting to bed earlier, and I've been fasting too for a few days, for about a couple of weeks now, fasting throughout the day as well. So I feel good in my body with doing that.
Good for you, Crystal. That's wonderful. What are you noticing anything in particular? Like, are you noticing more energy or?
I'm definitely more energy. I haven't been eating beef either, so I feel lighter in my body, and I do feel like I have more energy.
Great. Oh, that's fantastic, Crystal. Well done. Congratulations. That's a big win. Any others that may have come in? Any one win, guys? Anything that you feel like, oh yeah, I'm really grateful.
I see a Lacer's hand raised. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
It's me. Oh, okay, it's me. So one thing that I'm really happy that I've been doing is that for the past week and a half, I've been taking some time right before bed to keep my phone away from me, and I'll take a few minutes to like just close my eyes, rest before I go to sleep, because I tend to just kind of scroll on my phone a lot of the time, and I feel like that's a problem that I've had for a very long time already. But I'm really glad that lately I've been taking the time to just shut off my phone and just take some time to like think and rest before I actually go to bed.
Wow, that's fantastic, Catherine. Thank you for sharing that. That's a challenge for all of us. I think that's really good. Really good.
And then we have a comment from Nancy.
Go ahead.
Nancy said, I have eliminated dairy from my diet. I switched to almond milk and dairy-free cheese.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. That was Dawn, you said?
No, that was
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy. Oh, Nancy. Fantastic, Nancy. Wow. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Nancy? What prompted that? I think you're muted there, Nancy.
Unmute yourself, Nancy.
There you go.
I forgot the question. I'm sorry.
What prompted that? What led to
I
you to
I'm
do that?
trying to go vegan, and I figured that would be the easiest way to start.
Yeah. Oh, good for you. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Better.
Good. Good. Anything noticeable? Like I was asking Crystal, as far as, do you notice more energy? Are you noticing any changes in your sleep patterns, anything like that?
Better sleep and more energy in the daytime.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good job. Way to go. These are great, you
Thank
guys.
you.
Way to go. Anybody else? Anybody else want to share? Just one win. Anything you can look back over the last 3 to 4 weeks, even just this last week, that you feel like, I'm really proud of myself. Well, as we're going throughout our class, be thinking about that, guys. Okay, that's something we really want to talk. Oh, I see it from Dawn.
We have something. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Catherine.
Dawn says that she has been walking every week, and walking is a great exercise, so that's amazing.
Way to go,
And then
Dawn.
Rachel said, this last week, I finally got out to walk 3 days in a row. Becca said that
Way to
she's
go,
been
Rachel.
drinking more water.
Yay,
And
Becca.
Jeanette has her hand raised. She wants to speak.
Come on, Jeanette.
I was getting over some kind of a cold, and I found myself getting more sleep, and I'm trying to keep up with that habit of getting more sleep and not just doing 4 or 5 hours a night.
Yeah, that sleep is so important, isn't it, Jeanette? How are you doing now? How are you feeling?
Well, last night I had a few problems because I was getting up every hour, but I slept late, so I feel a little bit better today. I feel more rested today.
Good. I hope the movement that we do today will help as well. So thank you for sharing. That's really good. It's really important.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yes, we have one more comment in the chat from Belinda. Belinda says, I've been exercising on a more consistent basis, about 2 miles daily. So I'm assuming that she's walking 2 miles daily and doing stretches as she walks.
Oh my gosh, Belinda, way to go. That is fantastic. It really is encouraging, isn't it, guys, as we start to just gently, even the smallest of steps, the little things, right? It really can make a profound difference. In fact, I wanted to show you all something. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I want to show you where we're going over the next few months. And I want you to, if you have a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, or even your phone, I'd love for you just to jot down your interests. And let me show you this little screen here. This may help. So this is a picture of fitness, and it's called the staircase approach to fitness. And we all are at different levels. We're all at different steps. So the first step is that we're sitting a lot. And that's really, to be honest with you, it's the majority of us. The majority of us are sitting quite a bit. One of the best things, if you look in the blue category, is we want to learn to sit less. Like ideally, guys, throughout our day, what would be ideal is get your phone and put an alarm on anywhere from 1 to 5 times throughout your day that you're going to stand up from your desk or your chair and do a little bit of movement. And I'm going to show you some moves today that you can do. But that's a really good step. If you gain nothing from this class other than sitting less, that's a big win. In fact, if we sit less, just that alone, guys, it's going to improve our health. It's going to improve our metabolic health. It's going to improve our energy. We're going to feel better just by sitting less. So think about an MOD is a move of the day. And I'm going to show you a number of moves of the day that you can do today. Okay. The second level is standing and moving, right? So again, throughout your day, you're going to be performing the next level really is light physical activity. Now that could be like walking, that could be performing the workouts we're going to do today. It's a light physical activity. In fact, our first workout, our joy workout, is always a light warm up. It's something fun that you can do. Then the next step, guys, is really the moderate level. This is exercising at least 3 to 5 days a week for anywhere from 10 to 30 or even 60 minutes. So the highest level is when we really get what's called cardiorespiratory health or fitness and really cardiovascular strength. So when we look at fitness, I want you to really encourage you, wherever you are on this staircase, I'd love for you to write down, where am I currently? Like, what do I need to sit less? Maybe that's an area I need to work on. Or maybe it's I need to move more, but just moving throughout my day. Or maybe it's I need to do more cardiovascular exercise like walking or swimming or an aerobics class, right? Or another category, guys, is resistance training, doing some strength training, right? Which we're going to do today. So I wanted to show you this stairwell. So every week can be different. There may be a week where you're traveling a lot, maybe you're driving a lot, maybe you're flying somewhere, maybe you're on vacation. We really want to think about, well, what is my goal for this week? And I want you to write that down in your notes. This week, what would you like to work on? Do you want to work on sitting less? Do you want to work on moving more throughout your day? Do you want to work on maybe becoming more fit from a cardiovascular standpoint, like walking more? Or do you want to actually become stronger from a resistance training perspective? Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. We'll come back and talk about this in a little bit, but let's dive into our topic today and let's get our workout on, okay? So again, welcome everybody to our session today. For those of you that are new, we would love for you to fill out just a little sample questionnaire that helps us to know that you are healthy and well to exercise. If you do have any joint discomfort or any pain in any particular joint, please modify the movements that we're going to do. I will remind you of that. There are movements that we will do that I'm going to show you some modifications, some things that you can do differently. We're going to do some fun things together. Today, we've already celebrated our wins. We're going to keep talking about those, which are really important. And I want to share this quote with you. Many of you have heard this quote, famous quote by Mark Twain, and it's so true. He said, the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. And for us, many of us we've talked about finding our why. What I want to talk to you about today, guys, are your superpowers. Believe it or not, you have gifts and strengths that you may not even know about. And we're going to talk about that today. I'm going to take you through an exercise that, to be honest with you, is one of my favorite purpose exercises. It was developed by Dr. Viktor Frankl, who, if you want to write down a book that is probably one of the most powerful books ever written, it was written by Dr. Viktor Frankl. It's called Man's Search for Meaning. Phenomenal book. Challenging book, but really, if you're a reader and you'd like to read one about purpose, I'd highly recommend Man's Search for Meaning. It's beautiful. I want to share with you a friend of mine. This is Marshall Johnson. Marshall was an NFL football player, probably one of the better receivers in the league at the time. Marshall stopped playing football. He stopped exercising. He stopped watching his diet, and he gained about 50 pounds. His blood pressure went through the roof. His doctor said, Marshall, you have to get a hold of this. It's going to take you over. And Marshall called me, and we started working together. And I think some of you have seen this picture of Marshall. Take a look at this picture of Marshall. Does he not look amazing in that red shirt and that amazing smile? The amazing thing about Marshall is he lost over 50 pounds, but I want to tell you why. Marshall lost his reason to exercise, guys, but when he stopped playing professional football, he lost his reason. He didn't have a purpose behind his exercise. In fact, he didn't like to exercise, which is interesting. He was such a gifted athlete. He could really perform without really training, which was amazing. But he did train, but he was paid a lot of money to train. When he stopped training or playing in the league, playing football, he just said, I'm not going to do that anymore. So he found another reason. And this is important, guys, to think about for yourself. What's your purpose when it comes to exercise? What's your reason to exercise? It has to be bigger than just losing weight. It has to be bigger than just lowering our blood pressure, right? Because when we're sitting down and we have the competition of the television or a good movie and thinking we need to go for a walk, what usually wins, right? It's that remote control that wins. It's hard. It's not easy. But if you have a powerful reason to move more and sit less, and you remember, and this is important, guys, we connect to it daily. And I'm going to encourage you today to even think about ways that you can remember your purpose in moving. So Marshall's, just to let you know, he decided over a 12-week period, we were training, we were exercising, we were working on his why. Marshall finally came up with an answer, and he told me, he goes, Sean, it's my 4 grandchildren, my 4 grandsons, actually. He said, I want to be around. I want to be a huge part of their life. I want to impact their life. That's a powerful why. And that got him thinking like, oh, I'm going to go for a walk, not just for me, but for my 4 grandchildren who I adore, I love. Do you see the connection there? Like now there's a uber reason. Now, of course, we want to feel better. Of course, we want to lose weight. Of course, we want to lower our blood pressure. But now it's for a reason that's much greater than even ourselves. So I want to challenge you today to be thinking about that purpose. And you may feel even today like, Sean, I'm not quite sure what my purpose is. I don't know what my greater purpose is. Hopefully with these exercises, you're going to be able to find that today. Okay, sound good? So we're going to dive into that. I would encourage you to have a piece of paper and a pencil handy. Again, you're going to have access to this presentation. You'll have all of this information as a download, so you'll have it. Why don't we start off, guys, by doing our joy workout? I'd love to have you stand up. Go ahead and get yourself in an area that you can move freely. Make sure that you have an area that is clear of any obstacles or anything that may get in your way. Okay, so if you don't have your camera on, I'd love to have you put your camera on so I can see you, just to make sure that you're doing okay throughout the movement. Okay, so, oh, hang on one second. I'm going to put my audio on here, guys. Hang on. Okay, here we go. And let's get to our joy workout just to warm up.
Ready to tap into joy? Let's do this. We're going to start with a gesture of hope, reaching for the sky. Reach up with one arm and release. Other side, stretch and let go. Keep going. Find an easy flow. Palms open. Look up. Touch the sky. Now reach both arms overhead. Big breath in and release. If it feels good, bend your knees to sit back, then rise up as you reach. This movement welcomes you into your body and connects you to the breath. And relax.
Good job, guys.
Now let's sway side to side. Sway your shoulders. Sway your arms. Sway your hips. This move helps you find freedom in your body and connect to the music. If it feels good, move through space. You can turn around, make the movement as big as you like. And let it go. Find the beat and bounce your shoulders up and down. Rock your feet, bounce your heels. Now, try holding your hands by your sides and pretend you're skipping rope.
Good job, guys. Good job, Danny.
How would it feel to throw your fists in the air like a kid bouncing with joy?
Good job, Sylvia. Go Bernadette. Shirley, that's perfect. Way to go. Rachel.
Now relax. Take a breath. Time to let loose and shake. Shake your hands. Relax your body. Now shake out your arms, one at a time. How about both arms at once? Shake out your legs. Kick it out. Try shaking any part of your body.
Good job, Jeanette. Oh, way to go, Jeremy.
That was great.
Good job. Good job, Danny.
Time to jump for joy.
Here we go, guys.
Put your hands in the air. Raise your fists. Try looking up. Chin up. Chest up. And if it feels good, add a side-to-side bounce. Lift your heel as you pull your arms down. Lift your chest. You can turn it around. If you want an extra boost, try jumping jacks.
Good job, Irene. Let's go, Crystal. Good job, Betty. Let's go, Danny. Oh my gosh, Danny. Oh.
And breathe. Now we can celebrate.
Okay, come on, guys.
Bring your hands to your chest and imagine throwing confetti into the air. With each toss, look up. Lift your back heel and open the front body.
Good job, guys.
Add a bounce. Fabulous.
Here we go, guys.
You
Freestyle.
made it. Now it's time to freestyle. Anything goes.
Come on.
Let the music guide you.
Good job, guys.
take a bow.
Well done. Great job, y'all. Give yourselves a round of applause, you guys. Way to go.
Woo!
That was so much fun. Just watching you guys, just seeing the smiles on your faces. So good. So good. Take a breather. Hopefully you feel a little warmed up. It's such a great warm-up workout. Hopefully you've been doing that. Remember, guys, that is a workout that is something you can download and you can put it on your computer and do it daily. It's just a fun way to wake up, fun way to move more and sit less, right? How's everybody doing? Give me a thumbs up if you're
Hey,
doing it.
Sean,
Yeah, Betty.
Sean,
Yeah.
when I work out, I forget to breathe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not alone, Betty. In fact, I think for many, many people, breathing becomes a challenge. The key is that you just consistently think about breathing, but don't hyperventilate. You don't want to over breathe, right? Because that can cause some issues. So even that you're aware of it is really important, Betty. So the key is, and even when we do our next workout, we'll really talk about that. There is actually an effective way to breathe when you're doing resistance training, for example. Whenever you're exerting or actually doing the contraction, like say I'm doing an arm curl, I want to exhale on the contraction, inhale on lowering down. So exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. But when you're doing a movement like we were just doing, you really just want to breathe comfortably and normally, right? But we do have a tendency to hold our breath when we exercise. That's one thing you really want to be aware of. So that's good, Betty, that you're actually aware of that. That's a first step. Anybody else want to share before we dive in? How you feeling? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that little time. Yeah, Jeremy, I see your thumbs. Good job, Nancy. Jeanette, yep, gotcha. You guys were rocking it. You guys were doing great. And Rachel, I think the Dodgers won. I think they were playing, right? They were playing at 3 o'clock in the morning in Korea, right? So yeah, it's fun. Shirley, good to see you there. Okay, guys. So if you'd like, grab a seat. We're going to talk a little bit about our subject for today, which is really diving into the power of purpose and how can we find our purpose and connect to it daily. One of them, guys, is finding movements you enjoy, like a joy workout. Like if you like that workout, or if you like to walk, just, even for a few minutes a day, start with what makes you feel good. That's a really important step when it comes to exercising. I want to introduce you to a gentleman you may not have heard of. His name is Dr. Vic Strecker. Dr. Strecker is an amazing researcher. He actually, guys, discovered the power of purpose through a tragedy in his family. He lost a loved one, and this loved one was his daughter. And it just sent him in a direction that was so difficult. And here he was, a psychologist and a professor. And obviously, for those of you that have lost family members, it is such a difficult experience. It's so traumatic. Dr. Strecker began to really question life in general. And he began to overeat, overdrink, over everything. And Dr. Strecker found himself in a very dark, difficult place. And what he remembered was, when he had conversations with his daughter, was really on the power of purpose. And so he really began to find his way out of this difficulty by remembering conversations he had with his daughter and the love that he had for his daughter and the memory of his daughter. And so he began to study the power of purpose. He began to study the impact meaning can have on our lives. And I want to share with you a list, guys. Just take a look at this. If you have your phone handy, if you want, take a picture of, these are just some of the reasons why scientifically, when we connect to our power of purpose, when we connect to meaning in our life, research shows that we will live longer. Believe it or not, there's a famous study, guys, called the Blue Zone studies. If you have Disney Plus, I think it's on Disney Plus, check it out. It's called the Blue Zone Project. It basically, guys, is a study on individuals that have lived to be 100 years old. And they've discovered that individuals that have a power of purpose and they connect to their purpose regularly, they live longer. Check this out. They protect against heart disease, Alzheimer's. They prevent Alzheimer's disease from having a more profound purpose in their life. They handle pain and stress better. They have better relationships. They have a stronger immune system. And listen to this, guys. This is super important. Individuals that have purpose adopt healthier lifestyles. That's interesting, right? Because that is a deeper question of why exercise? Why? Here's a question to think about, guys. And I'd love for you to chime in on this. In fact, I'll take my screen down so I can see you. Why are you here today? Why are you exercising today? I'd love to hear. Unmute yourself or maybe shoot a note in chat. Why are you here today? What's your purpose that you'd like to, or the need maybe that you have of being here today? Can you find that? Just take a moment and think about it. Well, what is it that motivated me to come this morning to this session? Rhonda?
Rhonda, go ahead.
Rhonda?
Oh, good morning. No, I was just gonna make a comment about the Blue Zone project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's certain Blue Zone cities that you can live in, and we have one in California. Loma Linda is one
Yes.
of the best places that they say you could live in. They have the lowest health, sickness rates.
Yes.
A lot of people out there are really healthy. They're like vegan and they exercise, they grow their own vegetables and everything is really nice over there in Loma Linda.
Good.
I go over there for different activities. I'm involved in a group over there and they have a lot of nice restaurants and yeah, they're one of the Blue Zone cities.
Great, Rhonda. Thank you for that. That's so good. So good. Yeah. Anybody else want to share? Why are you here today?
We have a
what's
few things in chat.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Sean.
No, you can.
George says that he wants to exercise. Nancy says that she wants to get healthier and to live longer for her family. Sandy says that she doesn't want the problems associated with illness for as long as possible, and she wants to feel alive and okay. Rachel says that she wants to protect her health and strength, and her siblings aren't as active and their health is declining. Becca says that she wants to live a healthy life so she can continue to pursue her bucket list items.
I love it. I love it. Oh, that's so good, guys. So good. So let's continue this conversation. Let's dive in and we're going to really apply this to thinking about exercise, right? So how does it apply to exercise? Well, speaking of the Blue Zones, Dan Buettner was the researcher that actually made it a famous idea, or this phrase called the Blue Zone. When it's an area around the world that is dedicated, like Loma Linda has been dedicated as a Blue Zone, people that live in Loma Linda are living much longer than most people. And they're living not just longer, they're living healthier, which is really interesting. In 2014, the researchers used data. They basically tracked individuals for 14 years. And this is what they found, guys. They found that individuals that have a purpose in life, they find a way to buffer against illness, really, and really any risk as they get older. So there are certain practices, and one of them is having a higher sense of meaning and purpose. And guess what number 2 is? Moving our bodies. If there were a medicine, guys, if you could equate medicine, like you could go to the pharmacy and buy it, if we could bottle exercise, if we could bottle the benefits of exercise, it would be by far the best medicine in the world. And we have it. The challenge is it's just so difficult. It's so difficult to do. Primarily, guess why? Because our environment is, we're basically sitting most of our days. Most of our hours are spent sitting. So I'm going to give you a little test today, guys. I'd love for you to get your pen or pencil out. I want to give you a little quiz. This will help you Please keep your scores, be as honest as you possibly can, I guess is the way I should phrase it. I'd love to have you just be as honest as you possibly can. I'm going to move my screen so I can see everything. There we go. Okay, so first question, guys, is I have a clear understanding of my purpose, my why in life. And what I'd like you to do is think about the last month, the last 4 weeks. How much did you think about your purpose in life? If it was never, give yourself a 1. If it was often, give yourself a 5. So for each question or statement, I'm going to have you just assess your points. Okay. Number two, I allow myself to dream and find ways to realize my dreams. Again, give yourself 1 point, 2 points, or all the way to 5. Number 3, I contemplate my life's purpose, my why, before beginning my day. Now, here's an interesting one, guys. So this morning when you woke up, or maybe yesterday, or maybe the day before, when you wake up, do you think about that greater purpose in life, whatever it may be? And again, and be honest with yourself, because this is only going to help you. Never would be 1 point, almost never would be 2, sometimes 3, fairly often 4, and often is 5. Okay? Hope you're doing okay. Number 4, I strive daily to reach my life purpose and my personal potential. And again, score yourself from a 1 to a 5. Give yourself a point total there, 1 to a 5. And then let's go to number 5. I know my strengths and I use them regularly. I've got good news for you today, because we're going to be talking about your strengths today. We're going to be doing a really wonderful exercise in just a little bit. I know my gifts and my strengths and I use them regularly. Okay? Do me a favor, guys. Add up your points. Add up your points on questions 1 through 5. Yeah, Jeremy, take a picture of this, guys, if you want to have this handy. This is a really good assessment tool that you can use. And I've got 5 more questions for you. Number 6, my life today is rewarding and based upon my deepest values and passion. My life today is rewarding. You feel that, and it's based upon my deepest values and my passion. Okay, take a moment to give yourself a score there. Again, 1 to 5. Number 7, I'm clear and content with what are my greatest talents and strengths. I'm clear. I know what my gifts and my strengths are. Again, go ahead and score. Sorry, I had to let my dog in there. She was scratching. Number 8, I express and regularly utilize my talents, gifts, and abilities in my life. I express and regularly utilize my talents, my gifts, and my abilities in all aspects of my life. Again, are there gifts that you have, but you feel like you're not using them? That's okay, but it's good to be aware of and how we can help you start using those gifts. Research would show it has a profound impact on your mental health and on your physical health too. Number 9, I believe I make a significant difference in the lives of others. I believe I make a significant difference in the lives of others. That's a big one, right? Do you feel like, yes, I'm having an impact on my family, on my children, on my relatives, on my neighbors, on my whoever it may be? I believe I make a significant difference in the life of others. And then lastly, the last one, guys, is I feel a part of something much larger than myself. I feel a part of something much larger than myself. The Blue Zones discovered this, guys. Every place that they found around the world, there was deep community. The individuals found a way to connect often with others. For example, like a place of worship, right? Going weekly to that place of worship has a profound impact on individuals, not just spiritually, but emotionally, relationally, and also physically, which is fascinating. Okay, add up your score, add up your points for items 6 through 10. And then what I'd like you to do is would like for you to total your 2 sections. Questions or statements 1 through 5, take that total amount and then add it to your last total of 6 through 10. And I'd love for you to just jot down, maybe in chat, you may want to share with us in chat what your total was.
Sean,
Go ahead.
could you go to number 1 again?
Yeah.
1 to
for
5.
sure. You bet. In fact, let me show you guys so you can see it all. Here, I'll put all 5 up there so you can see them. Yeah, number 1 was I have a clear understanding of my purpose, my why in life. These are, guys, honestly, if you had the opportunity every morning when you woke up,
Thank
just
you.
to review, you're welcome, to review these statements, it can impact your day. It really can, just by thinking about a sense of purpose in life. Okay, so total up your score. If you wouldn't mind, shoot us a note in chat if you want to. You don't have to, but if you'd like to share, don't feel embarrassed in any way. Sometimes we just are not thinking about our purpose. And sometimes, believe it or not, when we were working, like when we weren't retired, we had profound purpose in our work. But when we retire, it may take a little while to feel like, well, what am I going to do with my time now? What is it that I really want to strive for, whether it be a goal or whether it be a learning experience, or what is it that I'd like to master or contribute? In other words, guys, like, what's my next season of life? What's my cause, my calling, right? What is it that I want to create? For some of us, there's an author. In some of us, there's been a book in your mind ever since you were a little girl, a little boy, and you need to write that book, right? Or maybe it's something that you wanted to learn, like Spanish or another foreign language. Begin to dream, guys, because as you begin to dream, it's going to impact your health in a significant way. Let me pause for a moment and see if anybody has any questions. And before we go into our next little exercise, love to hear your thoughts. Love to have you share your scores if you want to. And Catherine, if you want to read those, feel free.
Yeah, for sure. We had a comment about why we are here today earlier, and it was from Bernadette. And she had said, I want to stay connected to the people that have the same thing in common. You keep me inspired. And then I think when talking about purpose, Sandy had a question. She said, how can I caution against the dream becoming a disappointing delusion?
Yeah, that's really good. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's a really good question.
a follow-up question. So who asked that? I'm sorry, Catherine, who was that?
It was Sandy L.
Sandy, can I see you? I'm trying to go through my screen here so I can see you, Sandy. Where's Sandy? Sandy, you may be off screen, but such a good question. So there is a difference between a dream and a goal. There's no question. A dream is really important. It's something that we aspire to. It's like, if the analogy is this, guys, like, think of a mountain, right? Like, think of a significant mountain. Like, let's say we're wanting to climb Mount Everest, right? The dream to climb Mount Everest. Now, the wish and the hope that we're going to climb Mount Everest is one thing, but then the plan, and that's what a goal is. A goal is a plan. We begin to really start thinking about, okay, how am I going to climb Mount Everest when I haven't exercised in 10 years? How in the world am I going to climb? And I'm using Mount Everest as an example. For most people, that would not be realistic. Let's just say, how about like Mount Whitney, or maybe going to Yosemite on a really significant, how about this? I want to complete a 5K. I want to do a 5K, right? We're going to be doing that later on coming this year, guys. So let's use that as an example. I want to be able to walk or jog a 5K. I've never done that in my life. That's a dream. And then the next step is the goal. How can I? So the what is the dream. The how is the goal. How am I going to get up that mountain? How am I going to accomplish that 5K? Now we begin to detail literally our plan. Much like a climber would, they usually would not climb a mountain without a map, right? We need something to guide us. That's really what a goal is. And that's what I want to do with you all at the end of our session today. I really want us to consider setting specific goals when it comes to our health and our well-being. And even when it comes to our why. For example, our dream may be, I really would like to impact children. I really would like to spend the rest of my life impacting children in a positive way. So could be, you know what? That's a dream. I really want to impact the next generation. How? There's the plan. Now we need to start planning. Well, first thing, maybe I could become a substitute teacher, or maybe I could be involved in my church or my synagogue or my place of worship. I could begin to volunteer there. So now instead of the what's important, now we need to discover the how. But you know what's missing, guys, between both of these? What is it? It's the why, right? We've got what we want to do. We've got how we're going to do it. But then the biggest question is, why are we going to do it? So that's what we're going to work on today. We really want to identify, it's really connecting the what and the how with the why. It's kind of like a bridge, because it's going to keep us connected to that plan. Some days, guys, we're not going to want to go for that walk. Let me give you an example. If we knew we wanted to accomplish a 5K, we know we're going to need to start walking regularly, like 3 to 5 days a week, maybe for 10 to 30 minutes at a time. That why is going to really remind you of why you want to do the 5K. It's really what I think for many, that's what's been missing for most of us. We're not connected to our why daily. So I don't know if that helped you to understand really that sometimes our dreams can be like a Mount Everest. Maybe the dream is unrealistic. Maybe it is something we need to evaluate and say, you know, I don't have a deep why for that. I don't really have a connection to climbing Mount Everest, but I do have a connection to a 5K that maybe for a charity, I'm going to donate and get sponsorship for X amount of money to donate to us. That's a profound why. Like, I want to help out a family that's living next to me. I want to raise $200 and I'm going to do a 5K and see if I can get people to sponsor that. Now, did you see what happened? We went from a 5K to a plan to like, oh, now I know why I'm doing this is to help my neighbors that are really struggling right now financially. Does that help? I hope.
Well, we have some other comments in chat, and these are going to be the scores of everyone that tallied up about their purpose assessment. George said that he scored a 35. Rachel scored a 38. Rhonda scored a 47, so really high. Becca scored a 40. Bernadette scored 43. Sylvia scored a 38. And I think Nancy scored 25. Baljit scored 15. Belinda scored 30. I scored about 32. And now we have some comments, actually. Baljit said, I was journaling this morning, reflecting on why I have difficulty maintaining exercise, good diet, and health, and thought it must be related to something deeper, a deeper lack or neglect of something. So this is a very interesting session, Sean, is what he said. This is what Baljit said, sorry.
Baljit, thank you.
Baljit, no, George says, my dream is healthy, but my practice does not match up to my dream.
That's good.
Brenda says, Brenda says, now I have a side effect from cancer surgery. It's called lymphedema in both legs. I'm getting treatments, but there is no cure. So I have to wrap my legs 23 hours a day with 1 hour off for massage, exercise, or shower. And then when I get compression stockings, leg to thigh, I have to wear them during the day. Anyway, I'm not sure what I should or should not do as far as exercise and lymphedema.
Dema, yeah.
And then we have a couple more comments. Sandy says, I tend to get put off by mounting difficulties and feel hopeless.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Sandy.
Shirley had scored 30 points on her purpose assessment.
Well, first of all, Catherine, thank you for reading all of those, and for each of you that shared, thank you so much. And I just want to say, well done. First of all, for being here today. That's the first thing. Second is sharing your heart and honestly, I think all of us can agree, we've all been in that place, haven't we, guys? Where we felt like, I just am really struggling. I'm really having a hard time with my sense of purpose in life. I'm really struggling with feeling connected with my why. And that's honestly one of the reasons why we wanted to chat about this with you today. It's such an interesting topic. And let me show you, I'm going to come back and discuss some of the observations and questions that you guys were sharing. Let me just give you an idea. And I want you to just know, wherever you are on this purpose wheel, all of us go through different seasons of life. In other words, when we're, like I said, when we're working, when we're, doing things that we're finding a sense of meaning and purpose, we're going to find ourselves higher. We're going to be in the 40s to the 50s. That's somebody that's really strong in their sense of purpose. Then you have others 30 to 40, 31 to 40 that are skilled at living their purpose. These are usually individuals, the 30 to 50 category, they have practices that they use. I think it was Bernadette that was sharing that she was journaling. That is a very important practice that can bring us back to, like, why am I not feeling my sense of purpose, for example? Journaling and reflecting on, how am I feeling about my sense of purpose? That's really important. So even one practice, guys, that may be helpful is journaling. Just I have so many journals. I've journaled ever since I was in high school. Every day I'll just jot down thoughts or prayers and I'll just put them in my journal. And every day I have a little chronicle. But that's a reminder of connecting with what I'm grateful for, what I may be struggling with, what I'm happy about, what I'm hurting about. That's a really important practice. 20 to 30. So these are individuals that may be practicing their purpose, but they may want to practice some other strategies, which I'm going to share with you. And then the last area is 10 to 19. Please don't beat yourself up, guys. I remember a time in my life, I will share with you very, very quickly. I was really depressed. I would even state that I thought I was clinical. I just was in this hole. Right? Those of us that have struggled with depression or anxiety or any mental struggle, I felt like it was in a hole, couldn't get out. And part of the reason was because I stopped playing football. I was playing football for almost 14 years. When I stopped something that I was doing every day, literally for hours at a time, and all of a sudden it's gone now, it is like a death. It is a mourning process. There is really a difficulty in, now what do I do now? So much of our identity is tied into what we do, right? So one of the things that can be super helpful in pulling us out of that fog is identifying, what is my purpose? So what I want to do, guys, I want to get to your workout, but I do want to, what we're probably going to do first, let's do this. I want to share with you an exercise that's going to be very helpful. It's really helping you with your strengths, but I want to take you through a workout first. Let's move a little bit just so we can just wake up, because you've been sitting a bit, right? And I want to take you through a workout that actually is a new workout. I'm going to actually forward this to the team so you can have another workout. I love this workout because it involves resistance. If you have a water bottle, if you have a light dumbbell, if you have anything like this, I want you just to have it near you, okay? So what we're going to do, guys, go ahead and stand up, and we're going to get moving. Then we'll come back to our discussion about purpose. I'm going to take you through an exercise that you can do. Okay, so go ahead and stand up. Get your water bottle handy so it's near you, if you don't mind. Please make sure that you're safe where you are. And all I want you to do is start. We're going to start. This workout's about 10 minutes long. I want you to start by just moving your arms and stepping in place. We're going to be doing what's called a light march, okay? Nice and easy, just to wake our body up. For those of us that maybe were sitting for a little bit, good job. Nice and easy. Now, we're going to do a jumping jack, but you don't have to use your legs. You can stand still and just move your arms, okay? That's all you need to do, is just move your arms. So in about 5 seconds, we're going to move to that, and I'm going to get some music going for you guys. Here we go. Get ready. Okay, now if you want to jump, you can jump. You don't have to jump. Just move your arms. Good job, guys. That's it. Well done. Well done. Here we go. Good job. All right, here we go. Good. Good. Nice and easy. Nice. Good job, guys. Okay, back to the march. Here we go. Good job, everybody. Nice and easy. Good work. You're looking good, team. Stay with it now. Good job, Sylvia. Way to go, Rachel. Good job, Shirley. Okay, get ready for our next jumping jack. If you want, you can jump. If you want, you can just step out with one foot. Good job, Jeremy. And Jeremy's wife, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but great job. Hi, Nancy. Way to go, Danny. Okay, here we go, guys. Go, Danny. Go, Nancy. You can just move your arms. You don't have to move your legs. Good job, guys. Just wake that body up. Good job. Oh, well done. Well done. Keep it going, Danny. Holy mackerel. Way to go, Rachel. Good, Sylvia. Good, Shirley. Way to go, Becca. Come on. You guys look great. Love it. Okay, march in place now. Nice and easy, guys. Okay, we're going to switch it up now. What I want you to do in about 15 seconds, I'm going to have you march in place quickly. Okay, you're going to move quickly. Good job. Nice and easy. You look good, guys. Remember to smile. Good. Nice. Here we go. Get ready. We're gonna do a fast march. Pretend like you're in a marching band. Okay, you ready, guys? Here we go. March quickly. Good. Way to go, Danny. Go, Nancy. Go, Jeremy. Good job, Jeremy's wife. Woo! You're looking good. Good job, guys. Quickly stepping. Good job. Nicely done, Catherine. Atta girl. Way to go, guys. Nicely done, Danny. Oh, you are cranking. Go, Shirley. Go, Sylvia. Way to go, Rachel. Way to go, Becca. Becca, you look like a track runner. Good job. Nice job. Shirley, that's it. Perfect. Okay, bring it down now, guys. Slow it down. Slow it down. Good job, Bernadette. I love it, guys. Okay, one more set. If you feel like you're getting tired, slow your pace down. We're going to do one more fast step in place. Okay? Get ready. How you doing, team? You all good? Give me a thumbs up. Good job, everybody. Here we go. Get ready now. Here we go. Okay, go at your own pace. Try to step quickly. Good job, guys. Go, Danny. Go, Nancy. That's perfect. Go, Jeremy. Good job, you guys. Jeremy's wife, you're doing awesome. Sylvia, way to go. Way to go, Rachel. Good job, Rachel. Got it, girl. Good, Shirley. Good, Becca. Way to go, Bernadette. I love it, kids. Good job. Oh, you guys look fantastic. You're almost done. Okay, and slow it down. Well done. Well done. Okay, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Now we're going to do some resistance training. Now, what I'm going to have you do, guys, step out with your left foot. Left foot out, right foot back. All I want you to do is put your hands on your hips, and I want you to bend down just a little bit. Not very far, just about 4 to 6 inches. Little quarter lunge, okay? Hold that position. We're going to hold that for 30 to 45 seconds, okay? Now, if you get tired, I want you to stand up, okay? Just hold. You're going to start to feel your legs shake a little bit. You're going to feel it. Again, if it's too difficult, just come up a little bit higher. Okay, now, Brooke's going down lower. Try that if you want to. Rachel, that's perfect. Put your hand on a chair. Put your hand on something if you feel a little bit off balance. Okay, good. Now hold it if you can. You're almost there. Good job, guys. Again, if it feels like it's too much, stand up. Brooke's almost done. You're looking good. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and stand up. Good job. That's called, let me tell you what that is. That is called a static lunge. It's one of the best exercises for your lower body. Okay, now switch legs. Let's do the other side. Same thing. We're going to hold it for about 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, see if you can do that. Good job, guys. Hold that position. Again, hands on hips. If you want, guys, you can place your hands above your head. That makes it a little bit more challenging. Watch Brooke. She's gonna move her hands in just a moment. Here, her hands are gonna go up. Good. That's it. Again, you can place your hand on a chair. Good job, Rachel. You okay, kid? Good job. Keep your eyes up for me, Rachel, just so you protect your neck. That a girl. Perfect. Good, Bernadette. Good, Sylvia. Good job, guys. Nancy, that's beautiful. Way to go, Danny. Hold it as long as you can. Jeremy, that's great. Jeremy's wife, that's fantastic. Good job, guys. Way to go. Jeanette, love it. Again, holding your hands above your head really works your core, and relax. Woo! Okay, let's pause for a second. Did you feel that? Did you feel that in your legs? Were your legs shaking a little bit? Practice that move. It's called a static lunge, and you don't have to go down very far. If you've got knee issues, that's one of the best exercises you could do, but you don't have to go down that far. Okay, now, this is what I want you to do, guys. Find a wall, find a desk, find a chair. You don't have to do this move. Brooke's going to do the move on the ground. Let me show you. I'll show you the move first. She's going to do what's called a knee push-up. I'd like you to do it standing, like against a chair. Put your hands on a chair, put your hands on a wall, okay? In fact, let me show you real quick. I'm going to show you real quick, guys. I'm going to come back to me here. So I'm going to show you guys I'll use my office, okay? So I've got my wall over there, okay? So just watch me. I'm going to walk over to my wall here. I'm going to put my hands on my door, and I'm just going to come down to my nose and press up. Down to my nose and press up. Okay, that's all I want you to do. Find a chair. Hopefully it's not going to move on you. Okay, stable chair, a desk, a counter, a wall, a door. Okay, let's give it a try. Everybody ready? We're going to do this for approximately, let me make sure. Here we go. We're going to do this for approximately 1 minute. So if you get tired, go ahead and stop. You ready? Here we go. Nice and easy, down low. And notice Brooke, guys, she's only going down a little bit. If you feel like it, you can actually go down further as you get comfortable. Good. Good, Nancy. Jeanette, that's perfect. Nicely done. Jeanette, bring your hands down a little bit more, sweetie, just a little bit lower. There you go. That's it. Good, Jeremy. That's it. Nancy, I love it. Good job, Danny. Well done, you guys. Good, Rachel. Love it, sweetie. Good job, Sylvia. That's it. Don't have to come down too far. Good, Shirley. The closer your hands are to one another, guys, the more you're going to feel that in the back of the arm. Now, notice Brooke is going a little bit lower. You don't have to do that, but you can go down just a little bit. Good, Rachel. Good, Shirley. Becca, that's really good. I love it. I can see it. Good, Bernadette. Great job, guys. You're almost there. Just 1 minute of movement. If you get tired, feel free to stop. You're doing great. Good job. Try to keep those elbows slightly bent even when you come to full position. Good job, Sylvia. Oh, you guys look great. And relax. Woo! High five, everybody. High five. That's not easy. That's not. Now, let's pause for a second. Let's just pause. You've done 2 wonderful strength exercises. One for the lower body and one for the upper body. There's nothing better than a push-up, guys, for your upper body, your chest, the back of your arms, your shoulders, and your core, your abdominal muscles. Okay, now, I want you to grab your water bottle, or anything. You don't even have to have a water bottle, okay? Watch what Brooke's gonna do, guys. What she's gonna do is place her feet about a little wider than shoulder width apart. She's gonna hold the water bottle in her hand, and she's going to bend down just a little bit and then raise up. Bend down in a squat, up. Down in a squat, up. As you get more comfortable, you can go lower. Think about sitting in a chair, guys. Think that you're literally sitting in a chair. Good, Irene. That's beautiful. Good form. Bernadette, that's it, sweetie. Good job. Nice sit in that chair. Think about sitting in the chair, almost like a squat. Good, Jeremy. That's it, Nancy. Good, Jeremy's wife. Well done. I'm so sorry I'm calling you Jeremy's wife and not your name, but I'll learn it afterwards. Danny, beautiful. Again, guys, think of sitting in a chair. Notice Brooke's going lower. She's almost touching the ground with her water bottle every time she's going down. Down and up, down and up. Good job, guys. If you get tired, please stop. Take a rest. Good job, Rachel. That's it, Sylvia. Way to go, Shirley. Way to go, Becca. Nicely done. Bernadette, I love it, you guys. This is called a kettlebell swing. Well done, and stop. Okay, let's take a break. Woo! That's not easy, is it? That's not easy. I want to show you something. Let me just quickly show you. So, guys, the important thing is when you're going down, you really want to think of not coming forward. You really want to think of going down in a squat. So you're almost sitting down. So I want you to keep practicing that motion, but a water bottle, especially even if it's empty, but if you can add a little bit of water to it and then a little bit more water and then a little bit more water, pretty soon you're going to be doing like a 5 pound, 3 pound, 2 pound. You can get a light dumbbell too to do that. Now, let's do the third exercise. You ready? This is another exercise that you're going to really enjoy. This is a great balance exercise. Put your left arm up and right foot back. Let me pause here, guys, real quickly. Now, this is the movement. If you need to put your hand on a chair, please do that, or on your desk. All you're going to do is raise your left hand, and you're going to bend from the waist and put your right foot back. Now, please hear me on this. Brooke is doing it at a very intermediate to advanced level. She is perfectly in alignment. You don't have to bring your back foot off the ground. You can just keep your toe on the ground. Okay? This is still a balanced movement. Let's try it together, guys. Here we go. Left arm up, right leg is up. We're going to switch. Right arm is up, left leg is up. Again, you don't have to raise too high. That's good. Switch legs, switch arms. We're going to hold for a count of 1, 2. Now notice Brooke, guys. Watch Brooke. She's doing it. Look at that. That's all you need to do. You don't have to come that high. That's exactly what I want you to do. Even just, you can touch your toe on the ground. Hold for a count of 1, 2, and then back. A count of 1, 2, and Brooke's going to hold a little higher. Good job, guys. As you get comfortable, raise that leg and arm together. Good. Let me watch you. Nancy, that's good. Good job. Bernadette, that a girl. You can hold, if you want, you can hold one arm on that. There you go, on the bookshelf. Good. That's it, Danny. As you get stronger, guys, you're going to be able to be parallel like Brooke is. You're doing great. You're doing great. Way to go, Rachel. That a girl. Good, Sylvia. This is a great balance exercise, guys. A great balance exercise. Left arm up, right leg up. Great job. Great job. Now, let me just real quickly, I'm going to show you a modification of that, just so you know. Okay, so watch me on this, guys. So if I were to do it like Brooke was doing it, I'm going to raise my arm up, and I'm also going to raise my leg completely up. But watch my feet here, guys. If I want, what you really want to do is raise your arm up. You can see that, and then literally keep your foot on the ground. That's all you need to do. Switch legs, switch arms, and just have that foot on the ground. That's a balance exercise. Okay, well done. Good job. Okay, you're almost done. We're going to stand up again. We're almost finished. You guys are doing great. I love it. Okay, take your water bottle. Take your water bottle or whatever, maybe a light dumbbell. We're going to go down and up to the opposite side. Down to our left and then up to our right. Now, when you do this, guys, you don't have to go as low as Brooke. You can just come down to your knee and up. Down to your knee and up. Or down to your waist and up. Good job. Well done, Sylvia. Rachel, well done, sweetie. I love it. Shirley, really good. Really good. Move slowly, guys. Slow and under control. Protect your back. Good, Bernadette. I love it. Oh, you guys look great. Really good, Jeremy. That's it, exactly. Good, Jeanette. Good, Jeremy's wife. Well done, Nancy. I love it. You guys look really good. So again, slowly, again, you can just come to your knee and up. Down to your knee and up. Good. You're almost finished. Again, go slowly. You don't have to go quickly. Well done, and stop. Well done. Well done. Okay, put your water bottle down, guys. Put your water bottle down now. We're going to do some deep breathing and stretching. This is what I want you to do. We're going to bend from the waist. We're going to come up and raise our arms up and watch Brooke. I want you to arch your back a little bit, okay? Arch your back, stretch. Good, guys. Come down into a squat. You're going to go down into a squat, raise up, bring those hands back. Good, guys. Stretch. Now we get to stretch. You did such a nice job. Well done, Danny. Good job, Becca. Reach up again. Stretch. Arch that back just a little bit of an arch. Little bit of an arch. Good, Shirley. Good, Rachel. Good job, guys. Let's do another one, Sylvia. Atta girl. Beautiful, Sylvia. Nicely done. Way to go, Nancy. Again, breathe deeply. Okay, now, don't have to go on the ground for this. If you want, you can. But put your hands on your chair. Put your hands on your desk. And just allow the weight of your head and your torso to just stretch your shoulder. Just stretch. Reach. Good, Nancy. Good, Jeremy. That's it, Rachel. Beautiful, Shirley. Becca, way to go. Bernadette, I can't see you, sweetie, but I know you're doing it. Good job. Sylvia, way to go. Just relax your breathing, guys. Take deep breaths. Deep breaths. We're almost finished. You finish with just a couple of deep breaths. Okay, go ahead and if you are standing, go ahead and stand. If you're on your knees, you can kneel down like Brooke. Raise your arms above your head. Exhale. We're going to inhale deeply, deeply, deeply. Guys, inhale deeply down and exhale slowly. One more time. Inhale deeply and exhale. And job well done. Way to go, you guys. Way to go. That is your workout of the week. Way to go. Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. How is everybody doing? I think there was a question that came up earlier. Catherine, did you see that? I think Bernadette may have had her hand up earlier, or Jeanette. It was actually Jeanette, I think. Jeanette, did you have a question, sweetie? No, your hand is up on your screen. I don't know why. It was a high five is what you're doing, probably. Way to go. Okay. Any questions at all?
Oh, Sean.
Yes, Rhonda.
Oh, I had a question. When we were doing the thing on the wall,
Yes.
were
wall
we
push-up.
supposed to bend our knees or keep them straight? I mean, keep our legs straight or bend the knees a little bit?
Yeah, no, ideally you want to keep your legs straight.
Straight. Okay.
Yes, you want to be in what's called a plank position.
Okay.
So ideally, now you can be up on the balls of your feet. That is helpful, Rhonda. But ideally, you want to have your legs straight. You don't want to lock your knees, though. Ideally, you keep your knees a little soft, but you really don't want to bend your knees when you're doing a push-up. It's great exercise. Honestly, guys, if you gained one exercise today of doing a wall push-up or a chair push-up, really good. The floor is difficult. It's not easy. So you may want to start with the wall and then progress to the chair and then progress to the floor. Okay. Wouldn't that be a great goal, guys? Like literally, let's just say summertime or end of the year, like December of 2024, we all are able to do a floor push-up. Wouldn't that be fantastic? I mean, that would be a great, so that's a dream maybe right now, but we could set a plan up to help you with that. I think, Catherine, I think somebody sent a note in. I just saw something come in here. Oh, it was
Yes, Rachel. Yeah, Rachel said, I have noticed lately my palm of my hand is bothering me. So is there anything I can do to prevent pain when doing planks? I see.
Yes. So, Rachel, oftentimes, if you're experiencing any discomfort on the palm, one thing you can do is actually make a fist and perform the motion in that fashion. Now, I want to make sure that there's not anything that's going on with your palm. I don't know if you've had any carpal tunnel or other issues. Any type of bursitis or tendonitis or arthritis can be exacerbated by doing a push-up. Because oftentimes it's a wrist many individuals have difficulty with their wrist by doing a push-up. So one of the things you can try is actually doing a push-up on a chair or a wall with this position. It is a stronger position for our wrist as opposed to being in this position. And again, I don't know if it's whether being in that position what may be causing the stretching of the ligament or tendon, but please be careful, Rachel, okay? Especially if you have had any hand issues. Do me a favor too. I'm going to give you guys, most of you have this, but I'm going to give you my email. So Rachel, you and I can stay in conversation about this. Let me shoot this to you all. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. Here's my email, guys. Sean, it's just Sean@personallyfit.com. My joy in life is to help you guys move more, sit less, and thrive. That's one of my purposes in life, is to really help those that want to live a very healthy life. So please don't hesitate. Let me know. I'd love to even have you shoot me a note weekly and say, hey, Sean, I met my goals this week. I'd love that. I mean, that really helps me to see how you're doing. Any other questions or comments? Well, keep them coming if they do come. Okay, don't hesitate. Let's dive into finding out what our character strengths are. Okay, guys, let's do that. Let's dive into understanding our character strengths. And again, please pull out your notes or your a piece of paper or pen. Okay, here's my question to you. I want you to think about, when you were a child, who was your superhero? I'd love for you to shoot us a note in chat or even unmute and just tell us, was it Superman? Was it Superwoman? Was it a Wonder Woman? I mean, was it Batman? Was it, I'm not sure. Who was your superhero? And what special power did you want when you were a kid? Like, did you want to fly? Did you want to be invisible? Did you want to be super strong? You know, what was that power, right? Think about that for a second, because what I want to do is I want to walk you through an exercise that I think will really help you to know we all have superpowers. We all have gifts. We all have strengths. Like, for example, some of you have such a brilliant way of looking at things, like an engineer's mind. Engineers are unbelievable. Their mindset, like they can look at a phone and they start taking it apart in their mind. Like, how does that? They ask the question why all the time. Like, why is that working like that? Why is that working like that? I don't understand. I want to learn more. So an engineer asks the why question all the time. What we're going to do today, guys, is I'm going to take you through a little exercise that I think some of you may have done, but it's always good to do this again if you've done this exercise. I want to take you through, this is Viktor Frankl's work. He asked individuals to help them find their greater strengths in life, their greater purpose in life. He gave them a mountain exercise. So let's pretend that we're all going to go on an excursion together, okay? What I want you to do on your piece of paper is I want you to draw 3 mountains, okay? And I'm gonna do it with you. So we're going to draw 3 mountains, and it'll look something like this. Okay, can you all see that? 3 mountains. And this is the first question I want you to answer. Who are the people in your life who have influenced your life the most, that you admire? Could be your mother, could be your father, could be a teacher, could be a best friend. Who are the people? Just pick 3 people, guys. 3 people. Just write their names down right now. Who are the people who have influenced your life and you admire? Who would you place on your peaks? So what I'd like you to do, guys, is, like, say, for example, it was my mom. I'm going to put my mom on one of my mountains, right? Put my mom on top of the mountain, okay? Pick whoever that may be for you. And for me, it was my high school coach, it was my wife, Joanne, and it's my mother, Doreen. Those are my 3 people, okay? I'd like for you to think about that. Who are your 3 people? Who are the people that you would put on your mountain? Okay, we'll come back and talk about this in a minute, but I want you to just jot down who are the 3 people you admire the most. Okay, now, number 2, what are the strengths that you admire in those individuals? Which of these strengths are most meaningful to you? And I'm going to give you an example in a moment. what are the character strengths, the things that you noticed about your mother, your father, your teacher, your friend that you adored? Maybe it was they were super compassionate, they were so loving, or they were always grateful, or they were someone that had a deep purpose and meaning in their life, and they taught me that. What are the strengths? So for me, you can see by my mountain experience, my high school coach, he taught me discipline, dedication, resilience, how to be stronger physically and mentally. My wife, Joanne, incredibly loving, grace all the time, kind and compassionate. Interesting, my wife is a nurse, so she uses her strengths every day as a nurse, at being a compassionate caregiver. And then my mom, her strengths, her superpower were her faith, her hope, her love, and her optimism, right? So what I want you to do, take a moment, jot down underneath your superhero, I want you to write down 1 or 2 or 3 strengths that you admired the most, okay? Trust me, guys, this exercise, if even if you've done it before, it's worth doing again, because you may open up some gifts that you did not realize you really wanted or had. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. We'll come back and talk about this. Number 3. Now I want you to circle the strengths you've been most committed to throughout your life. I want you to circle the strengths that you've been most committed to throughout your life. Let me give you an example. Okay. So let's take my high school football coach. Discipline, dedication, resilience, strength. I admired the most that he taught me how to be disciplined. At a very young age, he taught me, Sean, you have to work hard to master something. You have to put in the hours. You have to put in the effort. He taught me that. My wife, Joanne, I would circle compassion. That is by far one of the most incredible strengths that my wife has. I would circle that one. And then my mother, her faith, she overwhelms me with her faith. I strive to have my mother's faith. It's unbelievable. Okay, so that's what I want you to do right now. I want you to circle those words. Okay, these are my top strengths. So if I look at my life now, if I look at my life today, these are 3 character strengths that I strive for regularly. I strive to have discipline in my life around my health and my well-being and in other areas of my life. I strive to have compassion towards others. And I strive to have optimism and faith. Those are truly important. Faith would really be the key, but being optimistic is another one that's very important. That was my mother's as well. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'd love to hear from you guys. What did you find as you looked at your mountain? I'd love to hear what are some of the strengths that you most admired and you'd like to see in your own life. Would anyone like to share? We can take a couple that'd like to share maybe one or 2 strengths that they feel like, yes, that's one I'd like to really strive towards. Jeremy, can I ask you what your wife's name is while we're waiting here? You said it, but I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Can you unmute for us, Jeremy?
Tracy.
Tracy?
Yeah,
Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. I'm so sorry. The whole time you did great. I'm so sorry. I kept saying Jeremy.
Thank you.
Tracy.
Thank you.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Any thoughts, guys? Anybody have a thought they'd like to share? Like, yes, this was the person. This was the character strength I most admire.
Yeah, so we have a couple things in chat.
Okay.
I think the first 2 are about superheroes. So Nancy said that her favorite superhero was Superman. Sandy said that she grew up watching Superman reruns, and she likes characters who can solve problems and make her feel like everything is okay. Irene, she didn't mention who her superheroes were, but she said that the characteristics that she liked the most were wisdom, common sense, recognition, and love. Becca said patience. Ellen asked if you could show the 3 questions again, but you did show them, so they're up on the screen. Sandy says that her characteristics of the people that she admires was staying away from chaotic people and scenarios.
Wow.
Dawn says that the characteristics that she respects for the people that she admires is resilience, ambition, and empathy.
Good.
And then Becca said that her favorite superhero was Jean of the X-Men, and she liked the super power of thought reading and mental telepathy.
Ah, it's great. These are wonderful, guys. These are fantastic. What these are clues to finding our greater purpose in life. Let me give an example. As you look at those three questions, and again, looking at my list of superheroes, real heroes, right? And also the character strengths. Like, let's take my wife, for example. Again, hers was compassion. My wife found a way to take one of her greatest strengths and actually make it her career, her purpose. Every day she goes into work, she has such a sense of purpose and meaning. But she could find usage of compassion in other ways. She's also volunteered, for example, like at our church, helping young people. She finds a way to express that strength there. So this is what I want you to do. Start thinking about what are your character strengths, the ones that you're striving for, that are most meaningful to you. It could be any, like, say, for example, it could be love, or it could be discipline. My football coach was so good because he literally lived discipline in his own life. That's why he was so good. Most of the time we have to live it before we can share it, right? So what does this do? This helps us, guys, to get a little bit more clarity on why. My mother here, this is my mom and my two children. This is my son, Joel, my daughter, Brooke. I got to tell you guys, my mother on her 90th birthday party had the best time because she realized she started walking regularly. Guess why? Not for herself, but for her two grandkids. And that's what I want to do right now. I'm going to take you on another exercise. I want to take you to your 90th birthday party. Okay? You ready, guys? Let's say this weekend, you're going to turn 90 years old. And you have everybody there that you love. Everybody. Family, friends. They're all there to celebrate you. Okay? 3 questions I want you to answer. And I want you can take a picture of this if you want, or you can write them down. But the first question is, who is there? Who would you want to be there? Who do you want at your 90th birthday party? Now, it could be a long list, but you could just say, my family, my closest family, my closest friends. It could be my high school friends, my college friends. It could be my work friends. I'm not sure, but who is there? Second question, what do they say? Each person gives a 2-minute speech about your life. What do they say about you? Now, this is something to work on. This is something to spend some time on today, even writing these questions down and going through this mental exercise. And this is the most important question, guys, is the third one. You ready? What is one thing that you would want said from these individuals? What is one thing, the most important thing you would want said about you? Like, you could say, I thought that he was so loving and kind, or I thought that she was so compassionate and giving. I thought that he was generous. I thought that this person was just, I admired their discipline. What's the one thing that you would want said about you? Now, this is really important, guys. This is a super clue to helping you find what is your deeper meaning and purpose that you would like in your own life. Okay? So take a picture of these questions. I'd love for you to do that for homework. I'd love for you to share with me, either shoot me a note on email, or next time we meet together as a group, you can also share that as well. But here's what I want you to do, guys. This is what I'm going to challenge you to do. This is your homework assignment for this month. I really want you to write out your why. What is your reason your purpose, your greater purpose in life. It could be, I have the gift of encouragement and I'm going to find a way to encourage others. That could be it. You're an encourager, and I'm going to find ways to encourage others. Every day, I'm going to encourage someone. Guys, think of that. Think of that. If every day we got on our phone and we texted one person, just one person, and we encouraged them, by the end of the week, we would have encouraged 7 people. We literally could change lives if we did that. We literally could change families if we did that. It's a domino effect. If we help somebody, they're going to help somebody else. What if we did that for a week? That's 7 people. What if we did that for a month? That's 28 people. 28 people. And what if we kept doing that? What would happen? So you can see the power of why. I want you to find a word, a phrase, a sentence. It could be a quote. It could be a verse, a Bible verse, a scripture. It could be anything that you can say, yep, that's my life purpose. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. And now, this is important. These are some examples. Those of you who have been to our workshops, you know you've done this, you've worked on this. These are words that people have said. I love this young lady up in the right, serve. Her word was serve. I want to serve. Now, you could do that in so many different ways. This young lady on the bottom here, on the lower left, she said gratitude. Like she wants to be grateful for her life. Guys, this is so important when it comes to exercise. So this is what I want you to do. Think about what your why is. It could be, I want to be a fit grandma. That's my sentence. I want to be a fit grandma. I want to be around so I can really pour into my grandkids. It could be, I want to be fit and healthy to reach my life goals. I have a bucket list. A few of you shared that you have a bucket list. So wouldn't it be great to be fit so I can enjoy that bucket list? Or I'm a doctor, or I'm retired and I want to help as many people as I can. How do I do that? What do I need to look into? Right? And I love this one. I want to be my kid's hero, or I want to be my grandkids' hero. How can I start doing that? What can I start doing? And can I say this too, guys? For some of us, we may feel like, gosh, Sean, you know what? I haven't been doing this lately. I haven't been connected to my deeper why. That's okay. We all have those seasons of life, guys. It could last for months or years where we feel disconnected from our deeper purpose. I truly believe that we all have a calling in life. I truly believe that. We're all made for a purpose. I really believe that. A great purpose. I love this one. This is from my pastor. He said this. His name was Pastor John. He said this. He said, I want to share God's love with as many people as I can, as long as I can. Now, whether you're religious or faith-based or not, doesn't matter. Super powerful statement. He told me, he said, Sean, I want to lose 40 pounds. And then he said, the reason why is because I want to share God's love with as many people as I can, as long as I can. Think of the brilliance of that, guys. Again, whether you're faith-based or not, think of how brilliant that statement is. He was taking his calling of being a pastor, and he was connecting it to his fitness and his weight. He was saying, Sean, I want to lose 40 pounds, but let me tell you why. I want to be around as long as I can to fulfill my calling. Now, some of us may say, well, I was never called to be a pastor. I was never called to be a nurse. I was never called to be fill in the blank. But guess what, guys? It doesn't have to be a vocation. It doesn't have to be a job. It's really who we are. It really is who we are. So, pretty deep, right? Pretty deep topic. So this is what I want you to do. Take a picture of this. This is your homework assignment. To help you draft your why, I want you to just fill in these 2 blanks. My why is to, what's the contribution you want to make to others? Maybe it's, I just want my family to know how much I love them. So my contribution is to love my family. And then so that the next line is, what's the impact that you want to make? It could be, so at my 90th birthday party, they know how much I love them. That's profound, guys. That's huge. To have an impact like that in our families. Now, some of us may feel like, my family's not that close. My family's drifted apart. Well, how can we change that? How can we be the person to say, I'm going to make it my purpose in life to really bring my family together? How can I facilitate that? What's my contribution? What's my impact? It just takes one person, just us. And guys, let's be honest, we're not superheroes. We're not. But we have character strengths that we've been given, that when we use them and we connect to our superpower every day, oh my gosh, we live well. We live well. So take a picture of that. This is in your notes too, guys. I love this by Viktor Frankl. He said, you don't create your mission in life, you detect it. I'm not sure, guys, what your mission is today or even this week or this month or this next year, but take some time to journal. I love what was shared earlier. Take some time with what we've discussed today. I truly believe this. The moving exercises are really important, but I think these exercises can change your life, right? And it can also help you move more and sit less for a reason. So we have your workouts, guys. They're actually in your information that you can download and follow. These are your workouts. I love this by Robert Byrne. The purpose of life is a life of purpose, right? And I do want you to take a picture of this. Please email me. Please let me know if you have any questions. You may have something that you want to chat about that maybe a little bit more personal for you. Let me know if I can help in any way. I'd be happy to do that. But I would encourage you to do this, guys. This month, work on your why, work on what you're going to do, and then put it on your nightstand, put it on your refrigerator, put it around you. And when you feel like, I don't really feel like exercising, go read that why, and it will help you connect. It will help you connect to the reason why you're taking care of yourself. It's for that greater purpose. It's for that greater reason in life. Catherine, I know I'm so sorry I'm over time, so I want to be courteous to all y'all.